Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Good evening. As Professor Hanley said, my name is Elizabeth Marshall. I want to thank everybody for coming, especially those of you who aren't students in our class. It makes me feel good. I even did my hair. This is entitled A Letter to My Father, God. Dear Father God, it's me, again. I know I'm always bothering you with my boyfriend issues and whatnot, but God, this time I come to you as a worried child because God, you are the only one who can help me. God, someone once said, the first problem for us is not to learn, but to unlearn. No one is born hating one another. People learn to hate. If they can learn to hate, then they can be taught to love. For love comes naturally to the heart more than hate. If that's the case, God, why is there so much hate in the world? God, my heart yearns for some answers because every night for a week I've had this recurring dream. My brother Nick would go outside of our house and I would hear a strange commotion. But by the time I am able to make it outside to see what's going on, he would already be dead. I wake up startled by this dream. When I try to close my eyes and go back to sleep, I just end up in the same dream, but in a different scene. By the second dream, I know that he is going to die. In this dream, I can't save him no matter how hard I try, because I am far from him in an unfamiliar, distant place. And by the time I get to him, he's dead again. Again, I have a variation of the same dream. In this one, before I even try to go outside and save him, I am frozen in place and can barely move a muscle. It's as if an invisible force is blocking me from him, and all I can manage to do is cry. Then I hear the same gunshots, but this time I watch him die. God, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. He's only 20 years old, but sometimes I have this feeling, God, that he doesn't have long to live. God, he's all I have left. He's not only my little brother, but he's my heartbeat. God, you know my heart cannot beat without him. Growing up, our parents tried to get us to understand that there were certain members of the family we were forbidden to associate with. Nick didn't understand that. How was he supposed to stop associating with people when they were family and they were all we knew? God, we know Nick has had a rough past in the past of becoming friends with the wrong people. We even know he's had trouble with the police. But Nick has changed. Why do I have this feeling that Nick's past wants to come back and take him from me? God, I am coming to you because I refuse to let this happen. God, we can negotiate this. Nick stays in the house and you watch over him at all times. Deal? On Sunday, February 22nd, 2015, as I lay in my bed and prepare to catch up on some much needed sleep, I hear gunshots that make my entire body shake. Instantly, I ran into his room with every ounce of energy in my body, not caring about how many walls I crashed into. He's there. Relief surrounded my heart. Do not go outside. Just stay inside, I warned him. Bullet holes pierced the walls of my mother's freshly painted home. 4 gunshots hit our gates. A few bullets shattered the windows of Nick's car. Our cousin had been sitting outside. Miraculously, he was only grazed by a bullet, although a few more gunshots landed on the door as he ran in the house for cover. With all that was going on, I was struck most by the amount of gunshots that hit Nick's car. The police found a bullet in the back of the headrest of the driver's side of Nick's car. Now, God, anyone who has been watching my house would know from time to time Nick's comfort place is his car. That's where he goes to think. God, for 15 years, we've lived in our home at peace. Now there is no peace. We can no longer sit outside without fear of getting shot. My younger nieces and nephews can no longer come over to play and enjoy their youth in my mother's front lawn. God, when did everything go wrong? Since I'm not home, God, I pray that you just keep my family safe and not let this problem get out of hand. What works my nerves, God, is, do I believe I live in a bad neighborhood? No, but I do feel like the bad guys come to my neighborhood. Just as my family was starting to calm down and leave its problems in the past, things are starting to get worse again. God, no one knows the heartache of coming from a family with a history of gangs, violence, and prison. Rappers constantly rap about this lifestyle. But God, what about this lifestyle? It's fun to live. God, I pray that you watch over Nick and keep not only his mind, but my family's mind pure, with no need for revenge. Thank you for listening. From your daughter.